pace of excellence that these fans hope will continue today. What we have in store for you today, a showdown between a couple of Pac-12 rivals. The Broncos will kick it away to start us off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense takes the field to start this game off. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Give to the running back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to pass, it's Nunez. Finds the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
Here's the handoff. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
The give to the back. Bulls his way forward. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Out of the backfield, he's open. Open space at the 25. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Huskies trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Boise State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
That's a live ball. How in the world did the offense retain possession? I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a... And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Offense gets set for second down. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Broncos send out the punt unit.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
It's such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, the physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. After the run, now to throw. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
Back to throw, it's Nunez. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to the air one more time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a second and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Got his man quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Quarterback checking the play. He's back to throw on second down. Snags it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. They went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was...
He's into the open down the middle. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
Yeah, and welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. New set of downs after that completion. Leaves it with the running back. At the 40, there he goes. After afterburners coming. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington!
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll try to pop the draw. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle, physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down there.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. The Broncos will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. Slips through the line, and the returner will be dragged down. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
To the ground with the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Wide receiver shows motion. Makes him talk to the hand, and he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
The give to the lone running back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I really like the slot receiver. And I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have working the middle of the field.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Huskies are moving quickly down the field. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Husky!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
35, Boise State, 7 points.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The give to the back. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Crosby. He's got his man. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? And the Broncos have their offense in high gear. On the move, it's Rourke. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Slings it downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. The Broncos will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Nunez. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He fires one deep over the middle. And he intercepts it. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. Guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
They get him down after he makes the catch. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And here comes the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Dropping back, it's Nunez. He's looking deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They got it at the 30. And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. He's right on target. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick completion on the out route. Touchdown, Huskies! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 at Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
It's a draw. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Broncos decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He's got great speed. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Offense set on first down. They'll leave it with him. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations, and they understand where the first down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, and still got him on the turf. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Just plowing down the field. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Washington! And the punishment has been extended. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead. And
he's going to bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And the Broncos will move the sticks. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive yards.
Pulls it and fires to the left. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Crosby. Firing to the right, complete. Still running at the 40. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Broncos with the 1st and 10. On the run, it's Rourke. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Open space at the 25. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos!
Number 7.
And the extra point was good. So an 82-yard drive there. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt.
49, Boise State.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
They stopped him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Try to get it on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
They'll try the run. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side. Smashes through. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To throw, it's Nunez. Oh, it's a pass. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington! And the route is on. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, you go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
14.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Boise State ready to send out that offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Roughing the pass. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
A little screen to the running back. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Crosby. Lost one deep down the right side. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this.
And the pass hits, picked off.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done, too.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Man, And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this guy's just never been able to get into a rhythm all game long. Whether it's been because of pressure or the defense disguising their coverages, he just doesn't seem right. And as a result, he's now thrown 3 picks in this game.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Looking to throw, it's Nunez. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
Power football with the run. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football, let him make plays.
The give to the tailback. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Swings it out to his running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. And the pummeling has started. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Finds his big tight end. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. He wants to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make...
Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're going to ride this running back. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down at the 49. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. They're going to run it.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. On the move at the 30. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Makes the grab. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. On 1st and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Husky! And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Let's see what they've got on second down. 29 Philly. He's looking to throw. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're trying to get to it. What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. They'll boot it away from their own 20 after taking the safety. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Washington... back on the attack. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Still on his feet at the 45. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. They really got this offense humming. Just a 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And
he'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Huskies. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
To the air on 1st down. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed.
Looking deep. And it's picked off for the third time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down here for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets a hand on the pass, and it's intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got it behind the line. It's Nunez. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to pass it. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. Well, this one had all